Hello, welcome guys. And here we are. Genshin anniversary. Man, it's been 5 years. Alright, let's get to it and dive into this. Our Tibet adventure began 5 years ago when the door of another world was opened. From the gentle winds of Mondstadt to the sacred flame of Natlan, it is you who has given this world its warmth and soul every step of the way. O traveler brought by the stars, we thank you for planting the seeds of our story here. The wind has borne witness to its birth. Now, it gently carries forward, ever by your side as you help it grow and evolve. So come, let us turn the pages of this storybook together. Each page marks a chapter in your journey with Genshin Impact. Beyond the turning leaves lie countless adventures, waiting for you at the very edge of the stars and the abyss. Hey, remember this day? This was the day the door at the end of the path first thundered open before you. The day the traveler brought by the stars awakened and our journey through Tibet officially began. By the way, mind telling me which scene from the main story trailer Travail made you sit up and say, yes, this is it? Actually, I don't know. To be honest. There's me! Happy anniversary, Genshin! I have no idea. I think I played a demo of Genshin, to be honest, so that's why I was able to actually play Genshin. And I said oh, this looks interesting. Let me try it. But I wasn't a first day player, so yeah. I played probably a week after. On October 4, 2020, you cross paths with Paimon for the very first time. As the sun and moon keep turning, your steps press on without pause. It has been 1,817 days since the two of you met. Together, you've shared 1,510 days of adventure. Sometimes you embark on multiple adventures in a single day. So far, 568 times you've departed with the rising sun, ready for the day's adventures. 853 times you've set out in the golden glow of midday, your spirit blazing beneath the endless sky. And 2,260 times you've ventured forth in the hush of night, carried by the silver moonlight. Well, I'm pretty surprised that I actually played 568 days in the morning. And on October 4, 2020, summer in Tibet, you stumbled upon the very first hidden achievement. Across the passing days and your tireless journey, you've earned 1,110 achievements so far. Already, you've outpaced 99% of fellow travelers everywhere. Wow, okay. On October 7, 2020, the first brilliant ray of golden light broke the sky, heralding Diluc as your very first 5-star companion on this adventure. So far, 103 companions have joined your party, journeying with you. And Astra Sauce. And of course, it is Farina. Of all your companions, Farina is the one you've trusted the most. 687 days have passed since your first meeting in November 8, 2023. They are now at character level 90, talent level 22, and constellation level 0. Their current equipped weapon is a level 90 Splendor of Tranquil Waters at the refinement of level 1. I'm sorry, because I'm just a collector. I can't C6 everyone. Even though they're my favorite. On October 8, 2020, Catherine greeted you for the first time with those unforgettable words, Ad Astra, thank you? From then on, the wheel of destiny spun onward. The 53,240 primogems you have earned from your daily commissions now shine as a badge of time well spent. Liyue is where your footsteps have left the greatest trace. Touring Light Show stands as the commission you've grown most familiar with. Oh my god, I hated that commission. On October 15, 2020, you were bestowed the title of Honorary Knight. Your pledge now rides the whim engraved upon the halls of time. On October 10, 2020, you spread your wing glider for the first time and soared with the breeze. So far, you've soared past 51 stages of 7 and 608 teleport waypoints. Carried on the breeze are whispers of your 19,492 visits to these places. Of all the places you've been, your steps have returned most often to the teleport waypoint statue of Mondstadt. Might it be where your heart is most tethered? Yep. October 16, 2020 marks the day you first set foot in Spiral Abyss. Since then, you've faced its trial time and again, a true test for all who dare to enter a path for you to grow even stronger. So far, you've collected 9 abyssal stars in the Mirages. Through these many challenges, your most steadfast allies have been Diluc, Vishal, and Barbara. So who dealt with the most damage and who stood by you as the strongest support? Yeah, I usually don't play this. On November 22, 2020, a fierce cry rang out. Rex Lapis has been killed. Seal the exits. And so began your adventure in Liyue. On October 19, 2020, you reached the summit of Jingyun Peak. The mountains breathe with life, their secrets veiled in mist. Perhaps you've caught a glimpse of the Adepti, hidden among the drifting clouds. 312 times you've fallen from above, the mountains as your silent witnesses. The peaks have also witnessed your companion Diluc's frequent stumbles. Though battered and bruised, the two of you remain unyielding, your resolve as steadfast as the mountains themselves. That is so true. Diluc was my guy because he was a tall guy and he was more easier to climb up everywhere. And I feel sorry about Diluc. Sorry, Diluc. The letter ride is here. Happy New Year! Ever noticed that since then, you've been able to celebrate the Lantern Rite with your friends in Tibet every year? And guess what? There are still 13 million travelers who have the Xiao Lantern they once made themselves, quietly tucked away in their backpacks. Go on, let it fly again. Let it join 1,000 lanterns in weaving the galaxy of the night. I regret not being part of the first Lantern Rite, but I am glad to see Lantern Rite every year. On July 20, 2021, Madame Ping entrusted you with the Serenity Teapot, your very own pocket of peace and quiet. Since then, the scroll of your private realm has slowly unfurled. To lend charm to this place, you've gathered 4,478 pieces of wood. You've crafted 508 pieces of furnishings. The truest warmth on any journey comes from companionship. So far, you've welcomed 81 traveling companions to rest and recharge in your little oasis of tranquility. On September 20, 2021, beneath the sacred sakura tree, where petals fall with the breeze and the blossoms fade with the passing day, you drew your first great fortune slip. On September 1st, 2021, you braved the lightning's glow and swung your blade to tear the cage open. True eternity is not standing still. It is the courage to move forward and to protect all life through the storms of change. Genshin Impact's first anniversary is almost here. That day, countless brilliant fan creations form a galaxy of blessings. But really, that starlight never really stops. It's always been there, even on the most ordinary days. From the flood of birthday fan art for each character, to the lightning-fast guides after every update, and those late-night edits and animations that make you go, "Wah!" and cry a little, or a lot. So, come on, and share with us the masterpiece that made you yell out loud in excitement. It was your support that brought Genshin Impact countless awards and honors. It was your every word of love that helped build the stairway to success. And it's your feedback that keeps making the game better and better. Let's keep walking this path side by side into the future. On January 7, 2022, you step into another traveler's world for the very first time, and it began the first chapter of your co-op adventures. To date, you've adventured alongside 81 fellow travelers in co-op mode. In other travelers' worlds, you've gathered 194 materials. Do you still remember how? On January 11, 2022, Nani became your very first friend. Through countless journeys since, the friend who has walked by your side most often is Fang. A shame. Wait, isn't that Miss Yoon's voice? The beauty of traditional opera now etched in our memories. Listen, the opera La Vaguelette has woven unspoken sorrow into song, while the Nathan Symphony carries the glory of the tribes far and wide. Tibet is home to cultures of all kinds, each with its own charm. So, which region, people, and stories touched your heart the most? Fontaine. I don't know why. It was Fontaine. On August 23, 2022, you whizzed through the air for the first time, propelled by the power of a four-leaf sigil. In your ear, the breeze carries the Aranar's song. Books are stepping stones toward greater wisdom. And to date, you've already gathered 233 of them. But since November 2, 2022, that name can no longer be found in any of these texts. Wait, Greater Lord Lukadevata? Who is that? On November 7, 2022, it was as if Fortune herself wrapped you in her golden light. You set a record by opening 191 chests in a single day. Like what? If you had to name the most essential daily item in Tibet, the answer would be clear as day: Mora. As one of the guild's top adventurers, you've already earned a total of 376,645,614 Mora so far. On April 2nd, 2023, was the day you spent a whopping 3,731,220 Mora in one single day. So far, you've burned 372,285,839 Mora.
It feels broke just thinking about it.
Hey friend, I heard you began your TCG journey on June 2nd, 2023. How about we dive into a thrilling round of Genius Invocation right now? So far, you've completed 50 electrifying games that turned many ahead, and you've obtained 5 special cards, each portraying a trusted companion. You played more matches than 70% of all TCG players. On August 15, 2023, the blessing of transoceanic source water revealed itself, allowing you to move freely across Fontaine's great terrestrial lake. Of your companions, Diluc has fallen the most, and yet they remain steadfast, traveling on with you without hesitation. On November 9, 2023, the final judgment was passed, bringing an opera of unbearable loneliness and sorrow to its close. 1, 2, 3, 182, 375, no, 182, 376,000. And the verdict came down. The Hydro Archon guilty to be punished via the death sentence. Huh? What's that beautiful melody in the air? Feels like we are standing right in Tibet. Ah, it's a Genshin concert, live on tour. People from all around have gathered here in unison, each one of them reliving that very first moment their hearts gave a beat for that character, that story, or that song. So tell us, which piece of music made you want to scream with joy? On August 27, 2024, the day you first set foot in Natlan, the Teplisaurus entrusted the young clay to your care. From that moment on, you gained the power to indwell Natlan's Saurians. So far, you've invoked Saurian indwelling 496 times. Of them all, Kukasaurus is the Saurian you've indwelled most. Guess you really enjoy soaring through the skies on January the 1st, 2025, bearing the ancient name Tumaini. You helped Natlan bring an end to its bitter war at long last. Our forebears carved miracles into obsidian rock, yet future bearers look upon them and saw strength. Whoa, these graffiti are so cool! The heat coming off that wall could cook an omelet. The world you love is breaking through the fourth wall and stepping right into your life. We made a promise, didn't we? To meet again someday. Wondering what was your friends are getting up to? You'll find the answer into Traveler's Tales. On February 11, 2025, you crossed paths with Kaida Harakazuwa during your journey. Since then, the wind has carried news of your friends to you 80 times. Of them all, the one you've run into the most is Amber. On March 22, 2025, you played your first melody in Tibet. The music flowed from your fingertips, carried on the breeze for all to hear. So far, you've performed 99 pieces from the repertoire of myriad melodies, placing you ahead of 96% of Tibet's musicians. Strange marvels often follow the Hexen Circle, just like that hidden chamber in the library. On May 3rd, 2025, you made your debut in that endless adventure drama unfolding somewhere between reality and fantasy. So far, you've completed 3 acts in the Imaginarium Theater. The companions who have joined you most often in the performance are Candace, Nicolette, and Charlotte. They guard your back and stand as your greatest partners at your side. Yep, I wasn't doing that at all. Every follow, every click becomes starlight in a poem written across the galaxy. From all across the world, versus drift on the wind, and together we trace a glowing path through the stars. Thank you for walking this journey with us for so long. And onward we go, together, into all that's yet to come. In Stygian's Onslaught's battle, on July 7th, 2025, Mabuika dealt an incredible 131,108 damage. A new record that still stands today. You fought as one with Traveler, Sitlali, and Shilonen. When the dust settled, this number became the proudest emblem of your shared journey. You last obtained an artifact on September 23rd, 2025. Tap to claim, and the screen lights up. Wow, a blaze of golden brilliance. Traveler, this is what your artifact bounty looks like right now. The 5-star rarities, 4,205. Max out relics, 160. On September 23rd, 2025, marks the day Radiant Bladehorn fell as your latest defeat. So far, you've defeated a total of 94,648 opponents in the open world. Worst of all for them, your long-time opponent, Electro Season, has been felled 3,715 times by your hands. In the past year, your most steadfast allies have been Furina, Naida, and Kuki Shinobu. Surely their prowess on the battlefield is beyond question. Rate the Electro Season? Why? Hey, have you heard? The brand new game mode our tireless tech otakus have been crafting is finally launching in the next version. Here at Genshin Impact, we've been building a stage where the talented travelers can shine, and creativity knows no bounds. Genshin Impact never stops exploring new ideas, just to bring you surprise after surprise. Are you starting to feel a little hyped? Oh wow, that was so nostalgic. All these pictures, so cool. 5 years, happy anniversary! Oh, there's Naida, Natlan, Columbina, Raiden, Nilu, and everyone. Ah, Genshin Impact. 5th anniversary! Happy 5th anniversary, Genshin Impact! Woohoo! I just felt nostalgic in this video and stuff, so that's quite good. Oh, okay. Night Owl! Show me the money! Reunion of friends and stuff. Well, I guess I took pictures. 103 beeps and stuff. Again, happy anniversary! More to come for Genshin Impact. I'll see you guys next time. Bye! This is Rufustora. See you again next time.